So it is April 20th and we are here in Bangkok. We are here in Bangkok. I was gonna do a little walk through the more Khao Road type area of Bangkok tonight, but I'm a little tired. When we first got here, I was feeling good. When I first got here, I was like, wow, I have never felt so refreshed after getting off a 24-hour flight before in my life. I feel really great. And then somewhere around 3 o'clock, like my wife, she put her feet up because, you know, her feet were just tired. And then I put my head down on the bed, and then, yeah, I just passed out for about 5 hours. So it's like 8 o'clock at night now, and I just figured, oh my golly, I haven't done a video in a day. And I know you guys are gonna want a video, and so I figured I would come out here to this more quiet area and actually do a video for you guys. So we are here, like I say, we're around the Khao Road area. We're in this Riva Surya Hotel, which is very nice. We'll be talking about that later, and that is on this big river here. So this is I guess the river, or a big river that goes through oh, I am so tired. I don't know. This is a river that goes through Bangkok. Yes, so this is a river that goes through Bangkok, and so our little hotel is right on the river, and it's very, very nice, very, very pretty. It is so hot right now. It is so hot. That's one of the reasons I feel a little weird too. I mean, we went from like 70-degree days to, I mean, it is dark now, and it's still got to be like 102 with a lot of humidity. Oh my golly, it is so hot right now. But it is very, very beautiful. It is very, 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 very beautiful. So let's talk about what's been going on then. So we left, obviously we left Baltimore a day ago, or whatever that was, on our nice little 24-hour flight. I do have to give Qatar Airlines, or Qatar Airways, whatever, a double thumbs up. I would give 2 thumbs up. There we go. Another thumb. There we go. We give 2 thumbs up. It was actually a really good flight. It was a really good flight. So we left the home. So our flight was at 9 o'clock from Dulles. So we left the house at 4 o'clock to make sure that we would get there on time. There wasn't actually a lot of traffic, so it did take us about 2 hours to get from Baltimore to Dulles, because it only took us about 1 hour and 40 minutes to get to Dulles, but then you do have to take the shuttle from the economy parking lot to get to the the main airport. So that added about 10-20 minutes of time. So overall, it did take about 2 hours. One of those things just to keep in mind. It's one of those things you plan for 3 hours. You plan, well, if it takes us, you know, we're gonna leave enough time. So if there's a traffic jam or something, we'll be okay. But then sometimes there's not traffic jams. So you know, what are you gonna do? So we went there. It wasn't too bad. Basically had enough time to you know, get everything checked in and get dinner and all that kind of stuff. I ate there, so that was a good thing. Overall, checking in and dealing with the Qatar was good, actually. It was really easy to get tickets with Qatar. It was really easy to change your tickets too. So we did have, what was I gonna say? We did have where we had to change, or we wanted to change our tickets. So we initially bought our tickets for a later date, and then we decided we want to go earlier. But it was really easy to change. It was a $200 change fee, so we did have to pay the change fee. But beyond that, didn't have any real issues there. Basically went in there as far as getting tickets and all that kind of stuff. Everything was fine, and everything worked out fine, except it was really weird. Their process for booking ticket, for booking your seats, is a really bad process. Because basically what happened is, here, I'll just give you this view. They like to make a lot of noise in Thailand. I don't know what that is. But anyways, the issue with like getting the seats though, is that I tried to reserve our seats online, and there was this weird thing where I was able to reserve the seats online for the trip that we'll be taking back. So on like May 27th coming back, I was easily able to select what seats I wanted then. But going out, like on the flight that we just came in on, trying to book the seats, we got all kinds of weird issues and like weird screwed up issues. Like the script would error out, so the actual programming script would error out. Sometimes you get this red alert saying, you know, whatever isn't working. And then beyond that, you would get problems like sometimes it would say it's working. I would go through the whole process to say what seats we wanted, and then after that had happened, it like wouldn't lock into place for whatever reason. It just wouldn't save. So I picked what seats we wanted and wouldn't save. So that was really frustrating. That was really annoying. Thankfully, once we got to the airport though, they were able to give us very good seats, and initially they were going to give us like a window and a middle seat, and then my wife wanted the aisle seats, and so they were able to switch us around. So at the end of the day, they were able to work it out very well, and we did get seats. But that whole being able to save, you know, be able to choose whatever seat that you want is a real pain in the ass. But anyways, that wasn't too big a deal. And then we, then the other thing that I did find, which was interesting, was that they actually did weigh my carry-on baggage. So I'm used to them saying, you know, your carry-on baggage has to be a certain size and a certain weight, theoretically. Qatar was the first one to actually weigh what my carry-on baggage was. So they actually weighed my carry-on baggage, and then because basically what we decided is I was going to take my backpack and we're going to do a carry-on to make sure that we had it with the computer and all that kind of stuff. But then since my wife, you know, she has all of her liquids and soaps and all that kind of stuff, we would check that. So we ended up actually having to take stuff out of, I've never had to do that before. We had to take stuff out of the carry-on bag and put it into the stowed bag. So that's true. Like I've never had that issue before. I've had the issue where I've had to take stuff out of my stowed bag and put it on my carry-on bag because I've never had them weigh the carry-on bag, but I've never had it the other way around. So that was a weird little thing, just a weird little quirk. So if you are going to be doing carry-on stuff, do make sure it's like under the 15 pounds. It's like right around that 15-pound limit. And they do seem to be a bit serious with it. But we were able to work that out. Then we got on the flight, and we had our nice flight. It was a nice new Airbus. Again, one of the reasons why I like taking some Asian carriers and like Middle Eastern carriers is that they're new enough that they have nice, brand new aircraft. So we got one of the nice, I don't know, Airbus 320s or whatever. They were very nice. Had good entertainment systems and all that kind of stuff. I do like the modern world of air travel too, where the entertainment system allows you to like watch as many movies as you want. They had like 80 movies on there, which is nice for a 24-hour flight because basically you just sit there and you can scroll through all the different movies. The food there was pretty good. The food on the flight was pretty good. The service on the flight was very good. And overall, from that standpoint, had a good time. I don't know, you guys want to walk over? I just don't know if I want to deal with all that tonight, to be honest with you. You can tell Thailand is a loud place. Maybe I'll just wander back over this way. So let's see. So the food was good and all that kind of stuff. Then we traveled. We got into Doha about 13 hours later. Doha. I was actually kind of surprised with Doha. I honestly thought Doha was going to be like some kind of like amazing airport. Again, with that whole idea of you know, trying to project influence or whatever with airlines and airports. I thought Doha was going to be really amazing. Doha was just, I don't know, it was a new airport, I'd have to say, but kind of just a crappy old new airport. So we went in there, stayed there for a couple of hours, and then what was kind of cool, the final leg of the trip, going from Doha to Bangkok, is we got to be in one of those new massive those double-decker Airbuses that you may have heard about, the ones that can hold up to like 500 people. So that was kind of cool. Once you get on there, once you get in the airplane, it's not a whole lot different than any other airplane. Other than, I mean, the seats were good. I do have to say I did like the seats, and service was good, had good entertainment and all that kind of stuff. So overall, I do have to say I give Qatar Airlines or Qatar Airways a double thumbs up. The entire thing was a very, very good process, and overall, I was very happy with it. Like I say, I thought I was going to be feeling good. I thought this was like the first trip where it's like, wow, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna go into a normal routine by the time I get to Bangkok. But then I fell asleep a few hours ago, and then I woke up now, and now I'm kind of just babbling into a camera as I show you guys stuff. Oh yeah, but this is the kind of architecture and stuff you just see around all over Thailand. It's really, really, really nice. I'm not sure where this is. I'm sure this is a place. Well, I'm not sure what this is. That's a fort. So that thing over there is an old fort that used to protect Bangkok, the river entrance to Bangkok. And then this is just some kind of temple or something. And that's the thing, like when you come to Thailand, they just got more temples and things. You think that's kind of like a slight. You think that's like, oh, Eli's not paying attention. But no, it really is. They have so many temples and they have so much stuff going on. It's very hard to remember, to figure out what's what. But this is all in our nice little neighborhood, as I've showed you guys. So let's see what else. So yeah, we came and then basically just wandered around today. We checked into our hotel, ate some good pad thai. I do have to say, I love Thai food from Thailand. Just some really great stuff. So far I've had some pad thai. Hopefully I'll be getting some other good food as we go along. And it is dirt cheap too. It really is. It's like it's $1 or whatever. Like here in Bangkok, it's like $1 for a thing of pad thai, which is really nice. Let's see. Yeah, I'm tired. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm just tired and kerfluffled at this point. So let's see. What's some of the weird, interesting lessons I did learn for today? The one lesson that I learned for today. The one important travel lesson. The one important travel lesson you should listen to me on is I ran into an issue that is so fucking stupid. I'm not sure what to do about it. Right? So back in the day, is everybody said that you should get traveler's checks. So if you're going to be traveling around the world, the idea was you should have these American Express traveler's checks, and you could cash them in as you travel in order to exchange them into the local currency. Basically, it's safer than an ATM card, safer than a credit card, so on and so forth. And so basically, they just look like these. They just look like these checks for certain denominations, and you go and you sign them and you hand them over to get money. And that seems like a really good idea, and that seems like an awesome thing, like, right? And so I have my old traveler's checks from like 12 years ago. I have my traveler's checks from 12 years ago, from one of the times that I was traveling way back when. And they're one of those things where I have like $1,000 in traveler's checks. And I haven't cashed them out just because I consider them, well, it's a valuable thing. You know, it costs money to get a traveler's check. There's a fee to get them. So it's like, well, you know, I'll just leave them as traveler's checks, and then if I need them, I'll cash them in as I go along. And so today, you know, we land in Bangkok, and I decide, okay, well, let me just cash 2 of these traveler's checks, $100 traveler's checks, get $200 worth of baht. That'll just be easy. Well, here's the thing. So when you get traveler's checks, you have to sign and then you have to countersign. So when you first get the traveler's checks, you sign your signature. And then when you go to cash or use the traveler's checks, you do a second signature. So I go there, I have the traveler's checks at the foreign exchange place. I give it to them, so they go, oh, okay, well, you need to countersign. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I sit there and I scribble out my signature, and then they look at me and they go, sir, the signatures don't match. And I look at them like, what do you mean they don't match? And then I look and I realize my signatures do not match at all. The signature that I had 12 years ago does not look like the signature I have now. Oh, so you want to talk about the stupidities of life and travel. So the security feature, the security functionality may come to bite me in the ass. So I've got to figure out what to do with this, because I've already signed those and they look wrong. It looks so wrong. So I now have traveler's checks with a signature of the way I signed them 12 years ago, and over 12 years my signature has changed. Again, there is a security they talk about, the best practices for security, and then security in the real world. What happens when your signature changes? So that was one of my nice little real life lessons today. Isn't that nice? That's the great thing about Thailand. They just got all this beautiful architecture and stuff around. Yeah, so that was that. That was a life lesson. Beyond that, I was going to talk to you guys, you folks, about some of the tourist attractions here in Bangkok. So we got in, we're feeling good, got some lunch. It was like, yeah, we're gonna go out and we're gonna see some stuff today. One of the things I forgot about Bangkok is that when you're in Thailand, when you're in a lot of Asian countries, when you're in a lot of countries, honestly, when you go into any kind of religious area, shrines, temples, all that kind of stuff, you're supposed to be very modest with your clothes. So basically everybody wears pants, and you shouldn't be showing your shoulders for your shirts. So you have at least t-shirts on, a t-shirt on, at least pants on, and at least closed-toed shoes on. You know, they don't have to be, I don't know, fancy closed-toed shoes or anything, but just closed-toed shoes. So I wasn't thinking about it. There's this whole palace complex here that I really want to go see and take a look at today. And so we walk all the way over there. We force our way through all the little Thai crowds to get there. And then as soon as we walk in, the security people are like, "Wah, wah, wah." And it's like, what? We haven't been here long enough to be screaming at us yet. What did we do? And the thing is, that whole palace complex is considered, I guess, a religious complex. And so you have to wear appropriate attire. So that was one thing I did forget about with Thailand, is whenever you're going to be doing touristy stuff, like especially going and seeing historic places, you should essentially assume that they are all religious in nature, and therefore wear pants when you go there. Because I was so happy, like after wearing pants for like 30 hours on the plane, I took a shower, I threw them off, I put on my shorts, and then we get to the palace place and find out, oh no, in fact, we should have had our pants on. We should have had our pants on. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is just awesome right there. Oh, so this may end up, in fact, being the shortest video Eli ever does, because I'm just so out of it. 2 reasons I did the video today was just because I'm supposed to do a video every day. And then 2, I also want to check what the upload speed at my hotel is to make sure I will be able to upload videos relatively easily. Yeah, but beyond that, just blah. Because again, that's the thing, is it's like when you travel 24 hours, you've got the issues of jet lag. So there's 13, I forget which way it goes, but there's a 13-hour time difference between here and Baltimore. 1. 2, you spent 30 hours essentially traveling. So it's 24 hours of flight. But that doesn't include, you know, the drive time and all that kind of stuff, the taxi from the airport here and all that kind of stuff. And then 3, the other thing you have to deal with is just the weather. I mean, basically, we went from weather that really was not that warm. I mean, it was like topping out at 80 degrees. It was like, hey, look at that. It is 80 degrees outside. Isn't that warm? To now, you know, we fly into a place 30 hours later, and again, it's after dark, and it still feels over 100 degrees. So all of those things conspire together to kind of screw with you a little bit when you travel. It's one of those things to keep in mind, to think about. Any other lessons of the day? If you folks come to Bangkok. Oh, the one thing I did find out is the taxis. Actually, I do have to say, the taxis from the airport to Khao Road area, which is basically where we're at, are actually really good now. So it was only 550 baht flat rate to get all the way here. And so it took the guy like 45 minutes to get us here. And 35 baht to the dollar, so that was like $16. So the one thing, if you are coming to Bangkok, there are a lot of people, they talk about, oh, the taxis are a ripoff or whatever, you should take a train. And especially if you're coming from the Western world. Again, if you're coming from an economy that's more like the Thai economy, I mean, decide what you want to do, what your budget is. But I have to tell you, somewhere between $15 to $17 to be able to walk out the airport, get in a taxi, and have them come all the way down here. I think that's worth the money. I am not going to try to save any money trying to go through the whole train, rickshaw, whatever the hell other way you could get down here. That would be my thought. Oh yeah, blah blah. Now, I do have to say, for any of you folks that are supporting me in the Patreon campaign, I do have to say I appreciate all the support on the Patreon campaign. I am genuinely surprised how much support I'm getting on the Patreon campaign to this point. We're up to like $68. We have like 20 some odd patrons or whatever, and we're up to $68 per month already. Yay! Believe me, when I can actually see straight, that money will go to good use. That money, well, it's already going to good use. This stuff is expensive. I'm very happy for all the folks supporting me on Patreon, and the YouTube ad revenue is also doing well for me. So hopefully, as I say, hopefully, I think within a year or less, I could actually imagine Fail Normal being more successful than Eli the Computer Guy. So that would be an exciting thing. Now here, just to show you guys, this is the one nice thing I really like with this camera. I've told you guys what this camera is before, the FDR-AX, I think it's a 53. But this is one of the reasons it's nice to have a real video camera, even if you're going to be doing something like vlogging, is not only does it have the stabilization in there and all that, but it also allows you to do all this night videography. Because you know how I was playing around with the GoPro before? Because I was thinking before, oh, I would just take a GoPro and use that in order to do vlogging. But you know, there is no way in hell that GoPro would have been able to do any videos of any kind of quality at this this type of light setting. You know, you basically would have been looking at a fuzzy screen and just listening to me talk. But this Sony camera, I have to say, I've used Sony for years. I really have used Sony for years. Sony has not given me $1 ever. But when you look at this footage, this is why I like Sony cameras, is because they are just really good quality. And I don't have to think about this. I use no manual settings. I just use full auto and away it goes. And I mean, that's just, I don't know. I think that's great. I'm sure some of the real artists out there would be like, well, if you use blah, 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 blah. And I would say, yes, if I did that. But I will never do that. Because at the end of the day, basically, the way that I use my video cameras is my thought, like there are people who are artists with video cameras, and then there are people that do stuff and happen to have a video camera with them. So, like a buddy of mine once said that to me way back when. And it was funny because he said that I was such a good photographer. And I looked at him, and he was actually a good photographer. He was like a professionally trained photographer. And I was like, no, you are a good photographer. I am somebody who happens to go to really cool places, and then I frame shots well. That's all I do. I basically frame the shot. You're a photographer. He was the type of person where we went to a bar, and we were talking about photography, and he was able to simply take a beer bottle, put it in the right way. He used another beer bottle to stabilize his camera, and then took like this long exposure picture of the beer bottle with like the candlelight flickering through it, and like had a piece of art literally while we were sitting there drinking beer. And I was like, look, that you are a good photographer. There is no way in hell I would have ever been able to do that. But anyways, yeah, this is why I like the Sony cameras. That's very good. That's very good. Yeah. So we're here. Let's wander back to the hotel now. So we're here. So we officially have 4 nights here. So this is a night, obviously. Then we have 3 more after this. And then we will decide whether or not we're going to be staying or going. I don't know. It's a bit of a coin toss. We may stay a little bit longer, or we may go. It's a very nice hotel. It's got a very nice pool and all that kind of stuff, and Bangkok is a very interesting area. There are a lot of things to do around here. On the other hand, I think my wife really does want to get to Chiang Mai and out of like such a populated place. I mean, like Bangkok is a real city. I mean, Bangkok is an international city, so it's a little full on as an international city. So we may leave. We may take the. I'm thinking maybe the overnight train. Take the overnight train up to Chiang Mai. So my thought is we will do that, and. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Do you want a coherent thought today? Are you really looking for me to say anything coherent, or do you just want to hear my voice as I bumble along? I hope you just want to hear my voice as I bumble along, because yeah, I'm not sure I have any more coherent things to say. It's just like rah. Oh, but anyways, so the plan is tomorrow that we will go and we'll start seeing some of these cultural places, and I'll take my nice little video camera here with me and show you folks all of those cool little cultural places, and then we will just keep trucking along. Around here it's a lot of like pure touristy stuff, because again, it's just a big city. Once we get up to Chiang Mai, hopefully that's where we'll do a little bit of trekking and getting bikes and all that kind of stuff and going out, and you know, doing some things a little more off the beaten path. But right now, while we're in Bangkok, we're probably just gonna do a lot of the touristy stuff because it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier here. But anyways, I'm probably like the only YouTube content creator in existence who looks and goes, oh, I've done a 25-minute video. I feel like I'm ripping off my viewers. Like, it's funny, I get so many of these snarky comments, or even these nice comments, even these people like trying to be helpful. And they say, well, Eli, really, if you want to get more views, you should make your videos shorter. And I just can't do it. Again, it's just not the way that I do things. And so for me, when I see the video, right now I see it at like the 25-minute mark, I feel like I should just keep talking for a little bit longer. I feel like if I only give you 25 minutes, like somehow I'm ripping you off. You were kind enough to watch 30 seconds of ad. I should be willing to give you an hour's worth of video for that. I don't know. That's my thought. But again, today, I just don't really have it in me. This is very nice. I don't think I was along this little river walk before. It's a nice little river walk here, though. Anyways, with that, we will call it a day, and I'll talk to you folks tomorrow, hopefully.